Good afternoon, everyone. Now you're here at the BAScii session for the open house by OIA. Now, let's introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Nat, the second year student at BAScii.
Hello, I'm Pat. I'm also the second year student here in BAScii.
And today we're gonna present and show you the program overview, including student life, curriculum, student experience at BAScii, and also the admission requirements. So let's start off.
So many of you guys may not know our faculty's full name yet, so let me just tell you guys right now that our faculty's full name is Bachelor of Arts and Science in Integrated Innovation. So now let's get into the content. So our school's vision is to guide students to establish themselves as leaders in the 21st century by emphasizing project-based learning. Throughout the 4 years in this program, students can obtain knowledge in both core business and core technology, as well as the 4 specializations, which include health and well-being, sustainable development, inclusive community and smart city, and also digital economy, AI, and robotics. Nat will touch upon each of them again in later slides, so please stay tuned. And moreover, BAScii really encourages students to become 21st century entrepreneurs. So BAScii arranges students to initiate their own startup idea along with a mentor program since first year. So many might be wondering what kind of jobs BAScii students can do after they graduate. And here are some. We could potentially become an innovation entrepreneur, social transformer, technology innovator, and professionals of the digital age. However, since BAScii offers a variety of classes, we could apply and use those knowledge or skills to apply for other jobs as well.
Okay, next is BAScii curriculums. You have to study at least 126 credits for at least 8 semesters, which is 4 years, and at most 16 semesters, which is 8 years. And I wish all of you would study only 4 years here. And 126 credits consists of general education, or we know as Gen Ed. It's account for 30 credits, and you have to take 3 credits each from any subject in social science course, humanity courses, science and mathematics course, transdisciplinary course, and 6 credits from language course. And another additional 12 credits from special courses. This one BAScii will provide it for you, so you don't have to worry about it at all. And I can mention some of the name of the courses that BAScii will provide for you in Gen Ed. There are some example are rethinking justice for innovators, professional communication skills for innovators, emerging technologies for lifelong learning, designing and development of product prototype, and numerical method for innovators. These subjects are like pretty important for the innovators or for the 21st centuries. Next, let's move on to the core courses, which account for 36 credits. BAScii have 2 types of core courses, which are core technology and core business. Each of them account for 18 credits. So for core technology, you get study mathematics for applied digital intelligence. As you know that mathematics is basically the foundation of like many technologies. So it's good to study these courses. And introduction to computer programming, introduction to multimedia and computer networking. This course basically study about like how network works, how internet works. Data structure and algorithm, cognitive human factor in design. This course is basically study like how human perceive the information and how you should design one thing by using how human perceive like information or see things. And the next one is apply artificial intelligence. And for core business, you get to study entrepreneurship management and social entrepreneur enterprise, financial and accounting management for technology business, marketing, brand, sale and velocity, technology innovation management, digital operation management and business, modeling for digital transformation, which are good for like innovator or if you wanna doing some business or working on this side. And for the third one is project and specialization. It's account for 54 credits. For the first one is a project. Every semester we'll have at least one project course to let you explore, create, and do your own project with the help and guidance from the professor. The next one is, and for the project, it's account for 30 credits. And for practice, it's account for 6 credits. It's include of independent study, exchange program, and intern with selected or verified company from BAScii. And another one is specialization. It's account for 18 credits. And it's had for specialization that you can choose. It's about health and well-being, inclusive community and smart city, sustainable development, and applied digital intelligence. And the last one is free elective. It is account for 6 credits. Let's see some example of the courses in BAScii specialization, just in case if you cannot imagine what kind of thing would you study in each specialization. For example, for health and well-being, some examples are food and drug technology for well-being, sport, exercise and lifestyle, and innovation and future trends in cell and molecular biology. And for some example of the courses in this inclusive community and smart city are introduction to smart city and urban development, smart city information management, and smart mobility. Next is sustainable development. Some courses are technology globalization and sustainable development, climate change from science to action, and sustainability in public service. And for applied digital intelligence, you will study something about big data and analytics, introduction to machine learning, like deep learning, and AI and robotics for industrial applications. So in BAScii, how do we gain knowledge or gain experience in BAScii? Here we have like a lecture and discussion. It's like professor will give us a lecture and we have some discussion in the class. And next one is project lab assignment. Here, as Pat told you in the previous slide, that our faculty is project-based. So they will have a lot of project, like most of the subject will have at least one project for you to explore and create and trying to like doing teamwork things, practice your teamwork, practice your leadership. So you will learn to project too, and also the lab. But most of the labs will be on core technology like programming, data structure, something like that. That will have a lab assignment for you to do and to work on it. And the third one is the workshop. You get to learn from the expert or professional from the well-known company. They will share you the experience and the knowledge from their real world, which is also good too. You will have a chance to present something in front of them too after they finish the class. So if you want to become one of our family, what does BAScii require from you? Here is the criteria of our program. Out of 100%, we count for math for 30%, English for 20%, portfolio for 20%, and aptitude test and interview for 30%. For English, you can use TOEFL, IELTS, CUTEP, ACT, and SAT. And for math, you can use SAT Math Level 2, and CUATT Math part. If you want to use ACT or SAT, you have to use the same round. The score you apply should be the same round. And I can guide you a little bit in the portfolio. The upcoming year, BAScii will provide a template for applicants, but there will be one dedicated section for creativity and innovation. The thing that BAScii will require from you in the portfolio will include executive of your profile, education background requirement, mathematics and English score, which is like here, TOEFL, IELTS, CUTEP, ACT, SAT Math Level 2, and CUATT Math. Language. Language, you should specify the language that you know and the level of proficiency. Like you can write like you're native, you're professional, or you can use it a little bit, something like that. You can, in the template, we also require you award and competition in your high school, a project experience in technology, like scientific or art and design, or business, or social community projects, and also the internship or work experiences, extracurricular activities such as like events or special talents like sports, music, theater acting, like etc. Something like that. And next is overseas experience. Like you ever gone to exchange program, or have you ever done an internship? Have you ever done an international workshop, go to summer camp, something like this. And your continuing education, like short courses, have you ever taken, or certificates? And the part that you can explode your creativity is like creativity and innovation ideas. They will let you like think about one innovation that can solve the pain point of the global society. You can show it there. And they also require your photos and supporting documents, including photos with short description of your project work, activity, experience. Yeah, and you can also provide a link, any form of digital media, animation, video, film. Also the link from online platform like YouTube, Instagram, or blogs. You can do it because it's an e-portfolio. And you should sell yourself in this dimension, as I mentioned. For the attitude test and interview, as I mentioned, it's account for 30%. In the round of 2021, they will do it online because of COVID. But basically, and like normally, we do it at the faculty. And attitude test, it's the test that BAScii provide and created ourselves, and also the interview too. And the next one is BAScii student admission score. This one, I think a lot of you also interested, like what score is the average score, or I will get accepted if I got like these kind of score. So the first year that we opened this program is 2019. The minimum score for SAT Math level 1 is 590, and the maximum is 790, and the average is around 700. And for the year 2020, which is last year, the SAT Math score goes a bit higher. The minimum is 610, and the maximum is 800. And the average is slightly higher, which is 714, around that. And for the year 2020, we opened SAT Math level 2 too. And the average of SAT Math level 2 is 730, around that. And for the English. And the first year, the minimum score is 5.5 for IELTS. And the average is 6.5. But for 2020, as BAScii said, international program, so the minimum score come a bit higher, which is 6.5, and the maximum of 8.5, with the average of 7, band 7. And for SAT, evidence-based reading and writing, for 2019, minimum score is 440, and maximum is 730, with the average of 542. And in year 2020, the score also come a bit higher, with the average score is 566, with a maximum of 770, and minimum is 500. For each semester, you have to pay 221,000 baht, which consists of the program fee of 195,500 baht, and the Chula fee, which is 25,500 baht. For 1 year, you have to pay 442,000 baht. This one is somewhat excluded. Or if you have to enroll for the summer course, you have to pay in total of 493,005 baht. We have to say that the reason that our tuition fee is competitive like this is because we have to maintain the collaboration with the prestigious institutions. For example, like UC Berkeley, you have to pay them a lot to maintain a partnership with them each year, and to send BAScii students. And BAScii also really plays an importance on recruiting high-profile professor to the faculty in order to give the student the top-notch experience and knowledge. So the collaboration with top overseas universities and professors are the main cause of the tuition fees here. However, BAScii also provide award and funding for the students. BAScii will give like 100,000 baht of award per semester for 10 students with the top rank academic for performance with GPA. We here at BAScii, we won't use GPA X. We don't use accumulative GPA because we want to start off fresh for every student to have new chance when they start a new semester. For example, if you did not well in the first semester, for example, if we use GPA X but we did not, so like if you did in the first semester like badly, and when you come to this next semester, you will think like that. I won't have a chance to get the award because my GPA X is bad, right? But here at BAScii, we don't do that way. We will see the performance in each semester. So everyone will have a chance to retry if they miss something or they didn't do well in the past semester. And we also give 100,000 baht to 5 students, which they do something like an extracurricular activities. They have a high contribution to school or they have a special recognitions. For extracurricular activities and any activity that you did outside of the class and not related to the course. For example, like July activity, like Loi Krathong festival. If you join and help arranging or working with this activity, or you have any leader roles in that activity, it will be counted as extracurricular score. Or another thing is joining student council, it will be counted too. And for the special recognition, is it an award or competition that you obtain outside the school? You have to write like an essay, like why you should receive this award. And part of project funding, the first one is industry. It's the industry outside of the school, like you do project for them and they fund you. BAScii also fund a student too with up to 40,000 baht based on the proposal, which means that you have to submit the proposal to ask for the funding to do the project. And next, Pat will touch upon our facilities, and after that, Pat will also talk about the activity and student life in BAScii.
So thank you, Nat. Now we'll be talking about the facilities that we have here in BAScii. So just to clarify, we're here at the Jamturi building, and we currently have the 3rd and 4th floor to ourselves. Okay, so now let's just have a quick tour of some of the facilities here to just give you a glimpse of how it is like. Enjoy the video! Okay, so the video ended, but let me just touch upon each of them again to give you a clearer understanding of what we have here, because the video doesn't include everything. And so just to recap, the 3rd floor is mainly where our classrooms are located, and it is self-explanatory because we spend most of our time studying our lectures here. On the other hand, the 4th floor is where students could hang out or use the area for study purposes. And there are 5 main areas, which are firstly the hangout area, which when you come to the 4th floor, you'll see this big red building. And Yeah, it's actually really big. And secondly is a workshop room, which we use for meetings, group projects, and also events. For example, a Christmas party event, we also use this room. The third room is the student study room, and we use this to study, but we can also hang out there. But we should be a bit quiet because some students are revising or just recapping what they learned. The fourth room is the fabrication studio, which is where some of us chill and play ping pong there. Lastly is the student lounge, and this is where students can relax or just do whatever they want really when they have their free time. Okay, so now moving on to the most exciting part of our presentation, which is our student life. And so let's just talk about transportation because this might be very important for people to know when you're coming here. So again, the building that we are located at is the Jamterisip building. And as you can see from the map, it is quite close to the BTS, so students can travel easily from their home to the faculty and vice versa using it. And so if you're coming, you can get off at the National Stadium. You can also get off at Siam, but you'll have to walk further that way, so I don't really recommend that. And or students can choose other ways to come to the faculty. They can come by private cars or whatever they like to choose. Next is the places near our faculty. These are the places that are pretty near faculty. So this is where most of us go during our lunch breaks. And normally our lunch breaks are 1 hour, but it could be longer than that. It depends on what subject you're taking or what day it is. And so from the left top to right bottom, we have MBK. It's very, very close. You can just take the skywalk and then it'll basically just reach MBK right away. And we have Suanlong Square, Honai Jila Cafeteria, I'm Park, and Jalapat 14th Cafeteria, which is basically the dip cafeteria. So Nat, where do you and your friends mostly go for lunch break?
For me personally, I mostly go to Honai cafeteria or dormitory cafeteria. The food there is pretty cheap, like real cheap, and the taste is also good, and it's also like really close to the faculty. It's only take like 2 or 3 minutes walk from the faculty. It's pretty close, and so I can have a lot more time to sit there and like have a chat and slowly enjoying my lunch with my friends. Yes, that's the place that I go the most. Yeah, what about you, Pat? Where you usually go for lunch?
So my friends and I like to go to, different places. But if you're asking, like, for example, what kind of cafeteria we like to go to most, I'd recommend the Jalapat 14th one. I think the food there is also really good. And it's quite on the cheaper side, so you can save money, if you go there. But, if you're like you want to eat Korean food or like Chinese food, you can go find it like in I'm Park or like Suanlong Square. I think those restaurants are also very good. So you just got to explore around. MBK is also good, but, if you're a BAScii student, you're going to go to MBK a lot. And yeah, it's going to get a bit boring after a year or so. So yeah, I guess it really depends on the person, but yeah, that's for me. Okay, so next. After talking about food, I'm actually pretty hungry. Okay, so as we mentioned before, we said that there's like a student study room where students can use, but if you don't want to use that, you can also go to the library. The library is actually in our building, so it's very convenient. But the perks of using the library is that you gotta be quiet. Because it's a library, people are actually studying or reading books. So if you want to find an alternative where you and your friends can like actually talk a bit more, I recommend the Too Fast Coffee. It's also very close to our faculty. It's like right beside Sasin. So yeah, you guys can go have a look when you're around here. Although BAScii is only in its second year since launch, students have worked very hard to establish faculty clubs and activities for other students to enjoy life outside the classroom. And now we currently have many actually. So one of the first ones I want to mention is the BAScii camp, which the 001 students got to go to Pattaya and did so many fun activities there. But unfortunately, we haven't held it this year because of the pandemic. And I hope in future times the pandemic will get better and we'll get to go again. And we also have Halloween Day, where students can dress up in their Halloween costumes. And actually, I was pretty impressed by Nat's costume. He had bruises on his face and it looked so real. I thought he got in a fight. And yeah, we also had a Christmas party this year where we had like drinks, food, and also ice cream. And we also had games, which the teachers also played, and it was really fun to watch them. Okay, next we'll be talking about like more on the sporty side. You know, for example, if you're in the school's basketball team or football team or volleyball team, you can join as well. We have a basketball team and a football team, and we also have a volleyball team and a cheerleading team. For these types of activities clubs, like sports and cheerleading and whatsoever, normally these teams will compete during the freshie games and the inter games. And moving on, we also have a music and performance club, which so far they have done a really good job as well. They performed at Lido and also our Christmas party. And lastly is the Sai Smile Club, which they help fundraise free surgery for the people who have cleft lip and cleft palate. And I think it's for a very good cause. So whoever is interested, you can also join this club. And yeah, that's basically it for the activities/clubs that you guys can join in BAScii. You know, in the future, we might have more, so you gotta stay tuned. And lastly, you guys can contact us. So that is it from the two of us today. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And whoever wants to know more about our BAScii student life, you guys can check out my YouTube channel called Katarini. I'll put it up right here. And you guys can also contact my Instagram, DM, if you have any questions. And I'll put it up right here. It's Snowapie, SNOWAPIE, Snowapie. And now, your turn.
Okay, and for me, if you have any questions about BAScii, or you want to know what do we study, how do we, like, what is our lifestyle, you can contact me via direct message on Instagram. Let me show it up here. It's @_WSPNA. And so we have to thank you for being interested in our program, and we hope to see you guys in the following years. I believe you guys can do it.
Yes. We believe that you guys can do it. Just do your best and hope to see you guys.
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.